Now I'm going to practice the sequence that we just made. If you just watched that video, now you're clicking on this link to check out how it's gonna flow. And I'm gonna do this a little bit faster so that you don't have to spend a whole hour watching this. So I'm gonna talk through this. This is how I would practice, so I don't have to do it all completely 100%, but how I would practice just to get a feel for how it's gonna flow. And if you didn't see that sequencing video, please go and click on the link and watch that first, just to get an idea of what we're doing. So this is sequencing a yoga class with a peak pose leading up to a half moon foot grab. It's on my chalkboard right here. So a half moon foot grab. And getting into that, I'm not like super warmed up, so I'm not even gonna try to attempt the fullest expression yet. So we're gonna start lying down in a supine bound angle. The reason being is because we wanna open up these hips, and if we're doing this in the morning, we want it to feel good. So morning time, bound angle, feels awesome. Take a few breaths, check in with yourself, notice anything going on in the body. I'm gonna spend some time here. Then take the knees together, hug the knees in, and I have a simple warm-up of twists. So you exhale, knees to the side, warming up the core, inhale up, exhale, knees to the side. We do a few rounds of that. Okay, awesome. Get the feel for it, hug the knees, roll yourself up, come to the hands and knees. And from our hands and knees, cat and cow. Round the back, arch the back. So again, core strengthening, getting into this body. And at this time, I didn't put this in our sequence, but this is a time where I'd be like, all right, I kind of feel like I want to do some of these kind of knee pulls. So I'm going to add that in there. And then maybe a foot grab or a foot touch, reach back as you lift. That's going to be part of our warm-up. Knees in, elbows in, back and forth, inhale and exhale. Again, just more core strength. Bend the knee, reach, lift, and place it down. Then we'll head into sun salutation. So we tuck the toes under, lift, walk the feet forward, hang out for a while, then roll up. Reach up overhead, hands to your heart. Awesome, talk about things, talk about intentions, your yoga practice, sun salutations. So we do 3 sun salutation A's. Reach up, forward fold, half lift, step back. And we can hold this for a while and talk about each pose. Chaturanga, then up dog. And we can talk about up dog, talk about down dog as you shift back. And you walk forward, half lift, forward fold, rise up. So that's sun salutation A. Just to get a feel for it, let's do another one. One more reach up. And in the sequence I would do 3 of them. But because I'm just practicing for myself, just to see how it flows, I'm only gonna do 2. And we're gonna go kind of fast through it. And then I have 2 sun salutation B's. So again, I'm just gonna do 1 for the sake of demoing and getting a feel for it. So we do 1 sun salutation B, starting in chair pose. Take it down. So when you practice your own sequences, again, you can do this 100% and take it slow and controlled and feel all the feels. Or you can go through it just like I am and go, all right, I'm just taking it at a low level, maybe using my knees to see if this works. So pretend that we did 2 of those, or 3 or 4. You know, if you want to do more, you can add more into your class. Working through the transitions, seeing what works, and release. That was our warm-up. So then we're going to the main body of our class. We have 3 different sequences to get into that half moon foot grab. So we have an open hip and a closed hip section. The first section is going to be a warrior 2 style open hip version. So we use our sun salutation to transition. And maybe you would do this on your last sun salutation B. We'll take that right leg. Actually, I'm gonna go left leg so I can see you first. Lift. If you want to add some knee pulls, awesome. You're making it more power style. We can step the foot forward, back heel down. First we reach up, then we open to warrior two. Warrior two, you might hold a while. Then hands behind the back, interlace the hands or grab the wrists. Then we'll just lean into a side angle to heat up that left leg and open the shoulders and chest. So it's not a fold down, so we're doing a side angle, open shoulder, look up. Then straighten that front leg, open the arms to a triangle pose. And again, hold here, take breaths. For this demo, I'm going to come out of it, back to warrior two, and then back to the ground. And we do a sun salutation highway or vinyasa in between. And then the right or other foot, left or right, reach up. We'll find warrior two. You hold, you talk about this a while. Hands behind the back, lean. Straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Awesome. This would be also a great sequence to get into half moon. But we're doing it first to warm up the body. Back to warrior two, and back down to the floor. So then I added, last minute, when I was getting the cool down, I added side planks here. So after we do that, we're gonna come and do some more core work. So side plank, take a knee down, then open to the side, or we can stack the legs. So that's up to you. We're still working this core, lifting and reaching. Then extend the arm. This is what I was talking about when I said we could do a foot grab. So you're gonna turn that bottom, take the knee down and turn the foot to make a kickstand. Lift that top leg, then reach back. So this is prepping us. This is basically the pose we're gonna be in as our peak pose, but it's prepping us for it by doing it here. Then release, switch sides, start in side plank, take some time here. Then take the knee down, extend that top arm, lift the back leg, reach back, find it. Then release. We're back down. Vinyasa to reset. And you'll notice I now have a side kick. So where were we? We were going back into our second sequence, which is from down dog. We're going into a high crescent lunge. So step the foot forward, how you transition there. High crescent lunge, hold here for a while, talk about that back leg. Really what's gonna help those students is what you're talking about. What makes this transformational and helpful is your verbal cues. And once again, I've got a sequencing and cueing guide available for you to download and to purchase if you'd like. So I'll put a link to that in this video. So from crescent lunge, we can add a twist. And it can be twist here, just some sort of twist that's gonna fire up the glutes and also get into bringing out the body a little bit more. So we twist. What else did we do? Revolved half moon. So you open up the arms, reach forward, pick up your baby, reach forward and take off. Picking up the back leg. Awesome, that's really getting into these glutes. I think a pigeon pose will be much needed after we get through this. Then we take it back to the ground. Both hands come down. Vinyasa through a sun salutation. We do the other side, crescent lunge. Got it. How about a twist? Got it. Hold a while. Let's see. Revolved half moon. Both hands down, step back. Vinyasa. And you'll notice you can add poses if that feels good to you. Then let's head to warrior two again. So we're going into our peak pose. Warrior two, transition into it. Reverse warrior, give yourself a nice little side stretch. Then half moon, bending to the front knee, lift off. This is where you cue, like a block might be helpful, baby's head. No, block would be helpful. Find balance. Not everyone will do this. Then give that option to bend the back knee, grab the foot, and really open up. So it's not standing up, grabbing your foot, and then tipping into it, but in half moon already, grab the foot. Okay, that is our peak pose. Step back, take it down. Da, 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 da. Do the other side. Reverse warrior. Come into half moon. Open up. Ah. And then back. Half moon, or to warrior two. Go through. Hey, get there, buddy. Vinyasa. You know, life happens sometimes. You gotta take care of the family too. So then child's pose, give peoples a break. Hi. Then a cool down, we're just gonna sit, roll our leg, or roll ourselves forward. Forward fold, it's a good one. Half reverse plank. I'm gonna add a twist here because I think that would feel good. And it's an easy way to transition to pigeon. So one foot tucks under and one goes over. You can always have this bottom leg straight. Twist to the side, take a few breaths, that feels good on the spine. And then take the top leg around for pigeon pose. You can do this seated or lying down on our backs also. So we can fold it forward or add to your practice and do that foot grab. Add that as an option, maybe mermaid pose, because we've been doing heart opening type of foot grab stuff. And this, again, can be also a peak pose, but you know, for now it's our cool down. Hi. Okay, we're gonna switch sides and come out of it, bring it around, switch. Other foot tucks under. We've got a twist to one side, the other side, and then switch to pigeon pose. See how that feels, should feel good in your hips, your knees. Keep the knee in line with the shoulder, all of that good stuff. Along with the sequencing and cueing guide that I do have available, I actually have a bunch of poses and pose breakdowns in there too. So it's part of my yoga teacher training manual, which is kind of a big deal. Okay, we let go of that. Bring it forward. We're gonna roll and lay down. We've got this guy in the way, so I'm gonna roll here very slowly, however slow you like. Windshield wiper leg, so legs up, hands up to the side. We go side to side as you inhale and exhale. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, and you can bend the knees, inhale up. Okay, do a few of those, that feels good. Then legs down, maybe hug the knees. Bridge, feet down, lift up, just getting into that back, heart opening. So with bridge pose as a teacher, if you want to add wheel pose or get deeper into a back bend, now would be a great time to do that. So you can offer that. And then come down. I have twist and then shoulder stand. We're going to do shoulder stand first because we did a seated twist. So legs up the wall or shoulder stand. We hold this for a while. Fold down to plow pose and roll out. Now we head into a supine twist. Hug a knee in and roll to the side. Then we do the other side. Hug the opposite knee, roll to the side, twist. Feels awesome. Last thing we do before Shavasana is knee hugging or happy baby pose. And then we Shavasana. You lay down, get comfortable, and that's that. The rest of that is up to you. So that's how I would practice my sequence that I created. I would just go through pose by pose, taking it kind of quick and just being like, okay, see, that feels nice, that feels good. And if you have a personal practice in your life, which you should as a yoga teacher, you should be practicing every day, you kind of get a feeling for what is good in your body and what feels good, what doesn't feel good. So you can tell right away if that's something that transitions well. So if you don't have a personal practice, I recommend that you start practicing your own yoga. Find some videos. Videos are fine, or a sequence that works for you. You can definitely make your own and then practice that. And you can do these over and over and over. And what's going to help you, or what's going to transform your students, is familiarity. So maybe your warm-up and your cool-down is pretty much the same every single time. So it doesn't have to change like crazy. And you can even do very similar sequences in that middle part. It doesn't have to be, again, something like brand new and amazing and awesome and different every time. In fact, teachers that do that, if they're out there, that'd be very hard for me, because I want to be able to feel myself progressing, and repetition creates mastery. Repetition is what's going to get you to the places that you want to go. It's what's going to get you stronger. If you're constantly switching from style to style and different things all the time, it's gonna be a lot more work than you need it to be. It's gonna be a lot harder on you. So keep it simple, and go watch my 10-step guide to yoga class sequencing, and download the 3-page handout or the template for you to help you out with your sequences. And I hope to see you again in a future video, or wherever. You can always reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm at Ashes Yoga, and that's my website too, ashesyoga.com. I do yoga teacher mentoring, and I just like to make these fun, kind of helpful videos for new yoga teachers, because I remember what a struggle it was to start out. So have fun, enjoy, and keep practicing.